probably chime in, and if anyone want to add or have something they want to say, it's a free space. I want everyone to feel safe in here to have a conversation, to share perspective, especially as young Black professionals here, and to continue to learn different things. So, how was it along your journey in a sense of vision? How important was that for you to have that along your journey? Like at wherever space you're in right now, coming along your journey, how powerful and important was it to have vision?
I can start. So my business, it's been in existence since 2018, and having vision was one part of the equation, but also having a voice that's guiding me, that inner compass, and listening. So seeing the vision as well as listening to where I'm being pulled. I actually had to pivot in 2021 from my first offering. I was doing resumes, cover letters, just helping millennials along professionally. And after so many clients, I realized
Resumes? Okay, we'll talk later.
it's been sunset. That part of the business has been dissolved because I came to a realization from listening that it's not that they didn't have the experience, they just didn't have the confidence to tell their story on paper. So that's when I went into, all right, we got to switch this up. Let's get to the mental blocks that are preventing people from putting themselves out there from a career standpoint. And let's go broad strokes with this. Let's talk to that inner child that was wounded, that was hurt, that their confidence was crushed, and let's build that back up. And so that's how I transitioned into affirmations. But it was having that vision to, take a lucrative business and sunset it, to then do what is more in line with purpose work. And that was really important.
I like that because in so many ways I could see a resume being an affirmation of who I am in my career, but it's not speaking to me in a sense. It's for, I guess, the other person to see, oh, I like this worker.
Yeah.
So you transition that into being, I want you to focus on you and affirm who you are and build that confidence to let you know that, yes, this is a resume, but when you walk into that room, who are you?
Yeah.
To make sure you negotiate that price. Okay, I got you. I like that.
No, good deal. I operate on a rule that you have to see it in order to see it, right? So in a vision, to actually see it in a tangible sense, you have to see it. And I think that's very important. It's no different as I see Jess here in a green jacket. If I don't see that and I walk outside and 20 people tell me, no, it was yellow, it was blue, and then I waver, but I'm definitive that I saw green. If you see your dream and vision, nothing should distract you from that. There's really no rules. Your life is your life and you have one design. Once you see it, do not step outside and pursue it. Until you see it and you cannot be changed, no matter opinion, rule, everything is best practices, what has happened before. But you're designed to break the rules, redesign, update the system, whatever it is. But you have to see it and stand 10 toes on it at all times. So vision is important.
Stand on business. Okay, standing on 10 toes. Along your journey, Rob, thinking about what you just said, coming from where you were to where you are now, currently running for U.S. Representative for District 18, what does that look like in your vision and how you had to kind of change, erase?
Absolutely, that's a great segue. So for those, no one knows, but I proudly say that I was incarcerated for 10 years, right? And the reason why I say I proudly say that, because I had to get through shame, regret. It was a part of my life. It was a mistake. I accepted it, and it was accountability. After that, I've opened up 2 restaurants, opened up an Italian restaurant in 2 months, created successful businesses. I can run for Congress, but I can't get an apartment in my name.
Yeah,
That doesn't make sense. So the point of this campaign is from a statistic to a success equals solutions. I've been homeless before. I've stayed in Star Hope Shelter. I ran these streets. That doesn't define me. So every single day you have a chance to rewrite your life and stand on your principles, but own it and be accountable. So as far as the vision, I saw who I was. I knew that.
Now.
Nobody else can tell me that. So I could walk in any room. We just recently got an award from Joe Biden, the President of the United States, a Lifetime Volunteer Achievement Award. I hung that right next to my parole papers.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's right next to my parole papers. It's
Come
right
on.
Because I'm proud of you. Like, seriously. So my point is that you have to understand who you are, see who you are, and what you're designed to be, and get all the chatter at your head is between you and your maker, and just pursue it.
I love that. Because being unapologetically confident is a thing that I own. Just because being first generation, I didn't have a vision. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know where to go in so many ways. I grew up without a father in my home. He passed a year ago, and I didn't have that like real knit connection with him, right? And so I've learned to understand like, okay, I can create what that looks like for me, although I didn't have that relationship with my father, right? Segue into my mother, first generation, right? She came from Haiti. She's working, so I feel like, respectfully, I love her to death, but I wasn't mothered. And so I didn't know that I needed to affirm myself. I didn't get the encouragement, I didn't get the motivation, but I had a vision that gentle voice inside of me was like, this is who you are. This is who you are. But I didn't know how to listen to that voice because the outside world was telling me everything other than, right? Go to school, do this, do that. And I did everything, right? Graduated from college, and I was living a life that I didn't want. I was like, who is this? Who is this for? This isn't for me. It was a hamster wheel. I was not getting up. I was a teacher. Y'all, shout out to the teachers because baby, I can't do it. Like, it's not for me. And I always knew one thing about me from when I was little. I always knew I had the vision of being a teacher, but I always conformed it into being a classroom teacher. And there's various aspects of teachers, right? In your respective spaces, but I'm also a life coach, right? I figured out, no, I want to teach this way. And I created a curriculum to do just that. And I create spaces to do just that, right? And so having that vision down to I say this all the time, down to my locks, down to what I wear, how do I walk into a room? Who am I connecting to? Who am I speaking to? How do I speak? What do people think about me when they see me? How do I make people feel when they interact with me? All of it. What type of spaces am I walking into? Who am I connecting with? How am I creating spaces for people to connect, right? All of that is vision. I'm also a visual learner. So I have to see it in order to see it. I have to see it in order to be it. And it took a while for me to understand that I didn't see it in front of me. I had to find it within myself. And so affirming that, affirmation cards, y'all, check in with her. And then also locking in and being confident no matter what. No matter what. The stories and experiences that I've had, no matter what I went through, right? You will never know because of the way that I choose to present myself because my obstacles do not define me. And so when we're talking about vision and locking in, and yes, we're doing certain things and putting things on a piece of paper, but it's very important for us to actually know that we have to see it in order to be it. We have to hear it, speak it. At the beginning, God did what?
Spoke.
He said.
Exactly.